Look, if you have the opportunity to go to a place called Twilight Sanctuary, you go. I was drawn in by the name. This is Lewis and Clark National Wildlife Refuge. Rather than going straight into Washington, which was the original plan, I went up the Columbia River because I saw on the map there was a National Wildlife Refuge. And I'm glad I came here because it is just amazing. So quiet. And I see there's some old abandoned railroad tracks down here that run along the way. So I'm just going to go on those tracks and walk them. See where they take me. And Penny, of course. Awesome. Let's go see what the thing says. The Wolf Bay Wetlands. Oh, these are cool. So this must be right before the Lewis and Clark expedition. The Twilight Eagles. That sounds awesome. I hope I see a Twilight Eagle out here. Just look at this. That is something else. Really glad I came out here rather than going into Washington. Now my goal is, once I'm done with Washington, is to eventually switch back and do the entire Columbia River. But I couldn't help myself getting a little taste of it before I went up to Washington. It was only about 3 or 4 miles east of Astoria, Oregon. This is really cool. We're down here walking the tracks now. We found a little trail just right up here in the Twilight Eagle Sanctuary. Penny's got the fleece. She was not having it. It's nice and cold. We've got just blackberry bushes everywhere. This whole thing is blackberry bushes right here. Probably tons of bears out here. This is just awesome. This is what I had visioned when I thought about traveling the country, is just walking some tracks in the middle of nowhere, lollygagging around with Penny. I've probably eaten. Penny's suspect sometimes, but maybe 30 blackberries along the way here. It's just been incredible. Love this. Yeah, would you look at this fine young gentleman that's hanging out right behind me? It appears he's been living here for a while. Just tore this thing right up. Hello, buddy. Not trying to bother you, just hanging out. What a great day it is today. Every day is the greatest day of my life. So I was in here poking this web here of silk, thinking it was a spider web that caught a bunch of caterpillars, but I think it's one giant cocoon, because when I poked it, all the caterpillars started moving, like they're just in there, you know, turning into butterflies or whatever. Look, see that movement right there? I don't mean to disturb you by any means, but I just want to show them what I'm talking about. How about this guy down here? Let's see. Anyway, crazy. Just a giant cocoon on a bush. As I'm sitting here, one of the Twilight Eagles starts flying overhead. There's 2 of them. They were training their young earlier. They took the whole family out for a little stroll. There they are, all 3 of them. Mom, Dad, and baby. They're kind of high up there, it's hard to see them.